Hey, 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 it's your girl, your favorite paralegal, aka Cassandra Lynn, and welcome to Legal Doc Talk 24/7. Hey, y'all, hey, y'all, hey, y'all. So, there's so much that has transpired since Monday. So much that has transpired since Monday. I have tried to stay on top of really the situation with the administration as well as other events like Jay-Z and stuff. Um, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. One, Diddy has a trial that's coming up in May. ASAP Rocky is currently in trial. Um, I think today is the final day. Hopefully they have a jury. I need to go follow up with that to see if they have made their jury selection on in the ASAP Rocky trial. With Naziah Harris, I know that it has been pushed back till March. Who else? There's just a lot of cases that are going on, but my intentions was to update you guys in regards to the executive orders that Trump signed as soon as he took office. And when I tell y'all these lawsuits were coming back to back to back, I just said, F it. It started. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Hey, MJ. Hey, love. Thank you so much. Yes. I pretty much just said F this because this is crazy. There's just too many things that are going on. Oh, hey, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, Karma, MJ. Yeah, so there's so much that's going on in the world right now. But in particular, we got to figure out what is going on in America. We have to deal with this for the next 4 years, and I don't think everybody understand the magnitude as to what has happened and what has transpired in regards to this man being in office. If you guys remember, I did a video. I probably will pin this to hey Erica. Hey, hey, hey. I did a video when Kamala Harris was on campaign and I was trying to help everybody understand what her role as the vice president was, what her the issues that she was trying to address, and talk a little bit about project 2025. Hey, Ladybug. Hey, hey. Thank y'all for tuning in. So when I discussed that, I remember specifically saying that Trump is trying to either turn this into an anarchy or a dictatorship, and that he was really trying to have it to where there is not really a government. Like, you don't have a Department of Treasury or a Department of Education or he is trying to control everything. So what's happening? Hi, Brina. There's a lot of people I haven't seen. But thank y'all for coming over and supporting. There is a lot of things that have transpired with Trump that I am seeing that he is making his way into dismantling the executive office, the legislative. I don't know if he's going to mess with the Senate or the House. So I can't say the legislative. And he might, keep the justice, the judicial branch, but he's trying to rewrite the Constitution or probably kick the Constitution, ball it up, and flush it down the toilet. I really do. Everybody, so Ladybug, you believe a dictatorship? I don't know. I don't, y'all. That's why I said when he first came out, I made a reel of all of the executive orders that this man has revoked. So everything that Biden had put in place when he was in office, January 21st, 2021, Trump undone. And it affected us whether y'all like it or not. So let me shut up and I'm gonna share my look at this. This man is crazy. Where first of all, where did America go? If somebody can answer the million dollar question, where did America go? Let's start with America was never y'all's in the first place, but that's a whole nother a different conversation that we need to have. I don't even know where to fucking start. Let's start with the executive actions. Let's start with that. Look, this is everything that this man has done. Wait, page 6 pages. I'm gonna start with the first. Hold up, let me see. What did this man do? This was the first rescissions that he made. And if you did not look at my reel on Instagram or gone on to YouTube Shorts and seen it and really paid attention, I need you to pay attention here. Hey, let me tell you something, y'all. The Simpsons show, I'm trying to figure out when that's going to come to pass. When Trump is going to mess around and find out. He really is. He really is. So, question, do you support Biden over Trump? Here is the thing. I look at certain policies and things of that nature. Uh and my for me, Biden did his administration did a lot of stuff. It is more than see people. I'm a poli sci major. So politics is my thing. I love to dig into the White House archives, and I love to go on the legislative branch, like the House and Senate, to see what bills are being passed and everything. I love stuff like that. And so some of the bills that were created, as far as to help us as a whole, I agreed with. And there were some things that Biden has done that has helped me and my family personally. I can't speak for nobody else. As a business owner, I was able to get my school off of the ground from Biden's help. My school loans, I was able to get those forgiven. There's a lot of things that the Biden administration has helped me with. Now, do I agree with some of the things that they approved or they allowed? No, I don't. But overall, I do support Biden over Trump. Now, on the Trump side, there are some things I must agree with when it comes to his, certain things that he's doing. But overall, what he's doing is, how can I say this? It is like he is trying to undo everything that Biden has done to prove a point, and not realizing that it is hurting us that are less, that we all majority of us, even though I make good money, I'm still not where I am supposed to be as far as my counterparts go. Ladybug says, I think that Diddy case he tied into that's how they're going to get to him. Let me tell you something. And people, and you know what? I do these videos and I don't even care how many views I get. It is the fact that I like to shed light on some things. Trump has so many SA cases against him, and the plaintiffs mysteriously just voluntarily dismissed this case. If y'all go back and watch some of the complaints that I've actually read, Trump is tied into this as well. It's only his time is coming. His time is coming. MJ said neither karma F both. What's up? What's up, Buttercup? I support the local cockroaches over Trump. I'm dying. Hey, Letitia, how you doing? Ladybug said, I don't think Biden was good president to me, in my opinion. And everybody has their opinion. But what I try to, and this is one thing that I teach in the social studies portion of my GD classes, is I challenge everybody to actually go and understand the difference between your federal and your state government. Because a lot of people think that, Biden didn't help us because this happen. Well, it's not always at a federal level that things can get done in your community or in your state. That's why you have state representatives. That's why you have House of Representatives. If something in your state is not going right, you go to your representatives. A lot of people can't even name who their representative is, and that's real. So people will rather blame Biden for a situation that can be handled at a state level. Where do you think that the states go to the government? Your senators, they go to Washington, D.C. Your House of Representatives, they go to Washington, D.C., and they fight for the issues in your particular state. Whether your state gets funding or not, that is up to the state based off of what they do when they go with to those meetings in DC. If people didn't know, I am also a teacher. I actually started out teaching before I became a paralegal. I taught social studies, world geography, world history, um, economics, government, and then I majored in poli sci, and here I am. So either I'm teaching or I'm doing paralegal work. I'm still within the legal field. But that's what we have to realize. So people be like, I don't like Biden or I don't like Trump. Okay, and that's granted. But why don't you like them? Is it something that is going on in your community or your state or your county? You have to look at your local representatives and understand what role the representatives have, what your governor has versus what Biden, because Biden or Trump, whoever the president is, they handle so much more. That's why we have governors for each state. That's why we have House of Representatives. That's why we have a representative for each state. What's up, Ebony? Because of Biden Harris, my medical debt is not added to my credit. Oh, and that never should have been. Your medical bill should never have been added to your credit in the first place. America has not had a decent president since Jimmy Carter. Oh, I love Jimmy Carter was good. Trump's whole thing is to erase Obama, and that's what it is. That's all it is. It's more of a ego thing. Medical debt cannot be added to anyone's credit report because of the HIPAA laws. Yep, I do credit too. So I'm listening. I'm not too educated on politics, so I really can't debate on that. True, because the state law is more important than the president's exactly. So a lot of people be like, "Well, I'm going to go vote for the president." You have so many other people on that ballot: judge, commissioners, the sheriff's department. You have so many other candidates, and people only go and vote for a president, not realizing your local government is the most important. Sorry, y'all, my screen cracked. What happened to your screen? I would argue I don't make a lot of money. I work two jobs, yet I pay more in taxes. Last year, I didn't get a refund. I owe the ooh, child, Hi, LP. How you doing? Yeah, we just up here chit chatting, talking about stuff that actually going to affect us in real life. I like, look, hey, I got three businesses. I'm not playing no games. And I got kids. I got one in college. Look, this is important to me. I have a grandmother that has, that needs her medicine. I have an in-law that needs her medicine. Now that this man, let's go through this because I want y'all to understand. I'm going to point out some things that is very important. Hold on. Let me blow this up. Now, advancing racial equity and support for the underserved communities through the federal government. Gone. Organizing and mobilizing the United States government to provide a unified and effective response to combat COVID-19 and to provide United States leadership on global health and security. Gone. We have withdrew from the World Health Organization. God forbid another pandemic comes. But see, I notice what Trump does. He tries to be the savior. He left. What? No, let me see. He was in office. When he got in office in 2016, he did the same thing. He dismantled the response team that can respond to a pandemic. Let's put it that way. Because remember, during Obama's administration, we had Ebola. But Ebola did not happen. It wasn't a worldwide thing because they nipped it in the bud because they had a response team. Trump gets in office, dismantles that department. COVID happens, and look what happened. We had a like. Do y'all know that Trump was aware of COVID before January 2020? He knew about this. I think they said of October 2019, right? All right. So now Biden is in office. He gets elected and he takes office in 2020 of January. And now he has to deal with it, trying to figure out how are we going to control this pandemic because the person before him dismantled the whole combat team. So now he tries to be the savior, right? And tried to issue us some settlement, some stimulus checks to try to make this all go away. Trump did that. He started that. Look at the TikTok thing. He's the one who banned TikTok, and now he's the savior. Make this make sense. Hold on, let me go. All right, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Some people think that the president controls the money, and they don't. Congress control the money. The crazy thing is, we have a Department of Treasury. Y'all have to realize the different departments that we have: Department of Treasury, the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Education. There is a department that actually handles different areas: education, money, food, all of that. And even hell, Trump just he made up a department and put Elon Musk and another person co-chairman of a made up department. He didn't even go through the process. This is what I'm talking about. This man just comes in and think that he is God and that he can just make up shit and not even go through the process. You're no different than any other person who has been president. It's a reason we have the Constitution. Howdy, Queen Grandma. Howdy. I love the terminology, the three letters. I know we can't even speak their name. If y'all ain't do y'all taxes, y'all better do them. I did hear. Yes, he did. I read that in a report, a government report. I wish I have to go and find that. But he knew about COVID, I believe October of 2019. And because we did not have a team to combat it, that's why it got out of hand. Y'all gotta pay attention. They're all in the shenanigans together, left, right, both feet. Oh my gosh. Yes, he knew, and they planned it during the allergy season. Baby, let me tell you something. And I knew something was wrong because December I started, and I remember this because I was working and it was around Christmas time, and my boss sent me home. Then in January, this is when I was working at the law firm. Then in January, I'm like, I am still sick, like chest hurting. I felt like I had a sinus infection, like everything was wrong. So they said, Cassandra, you need to go to the emergency room. So I drove myself to the emergency room. They couldn't even figure out. They did a strip test, they did a flu test, all negative. And they said, well, you just have a severe sinus infection. Body, everything, y'all. And then only to come to find out and I think I still got my papers from when I went to the doctor. But they talk about a severe no, I had the C word. That's what I had. We all have to pray we survive for the next, and that's what it is. Hey, that's why I told y'all, if y'all ain't got no side hustles, y'all better get a side hustle ASAP. them checks didn't come from him. He held those checks to put his name on it, and that's all he did. Oh my gosh. Population control. This happened in 1920 with the flu. Seems as though the government does this when a century reaches the 20-year mark. I never thought about that. He said Elon not getting in office in the White House. Let's see. Girl, let me tell you something. I tell my kid I love speaking politics because I tell my kids to be more aware of what's going on in the world. And I was like, watch, Elon Musk gonna run for president. What I tell you? Watch what I tell y'all. You waiting on your other W-2. And a doctor was unalived because he was going to tell mm-hmm, the president wants control of everything that he does. That's because the symptoms mimic the flu and yes, it did. Yes, it did. All right. So that was said. Let me see what else. What else? Oh Lord. Okay. Preventing and combating discrimination on the basis of gender identity or sexual orientation. I'm on the fence with that one, but now, a group of people are now at risk of being discriminated on based off of their gender and sexual orientation. Let me see what else. Revision of the civil immigration enforcement policies and priorities, ensuring an equitable pandemic response and recovery. Once again, God forbid we get into another pandemic. Establishing the COVID-19 pandemic testing board and ensuring a sustainable public health workforce for COVID-19 and other biological threats. Gone. No more improving and expanding access care or treatments for COVID. I don't think we're going to see any more COVID home tests coming in the mail. Like people are still getting COVID. FYI. If y'all didn't know that, people are still getting it. Um Check this out. Supporting the reopening and continuing operation of schools and early childhood education providers. Gone. You said Elon can't run for president. He wasn't born in this. Baby, let me tell you something. Trump already rewriting the Constitution. He trust me. What surprised me was when I worked the entire pan, but I was only the one in my house who didn't test positive. Oh, wow. You're blessed. Because I think I am still having effects from that nasty thing. Girl, I don't know. I mean, they said they're not supporting it, so more than likely, no. We ain't gonna get no more free C-19 tests in the mail. Watch what I tell you. So he done already took out the reopen supporting, any childhood education centers or operations of school. That's done. No more economic relief. So if we get into a pandemic, y'all effed. Protecting the federal workforce. There's no more protection now, as y'all can see. And I'm going to go into some of these articles that I have seen. It's horrible. Now, people who work in the federal government, like my sister and a few others, they got to go back to work full time. Some are now on paid leave. We'll talk about it. Reforming our incarceration system to eliminate the use of privately operated criminal detention facilities. Mm-hmm. Strengthening Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act. Gone. So if you don't have health insurance, good luck. This who's but yeah. So we and I posted that on my page. We have the first president ever in history to be a convicted felon. So with that being said, are you going to take that question off of job applications? Because there are. Oh, and speaking of that, how about a felon pardoning other felons for the insurrection at on January 6th, where a police officer was unalived because of the actions of those, whatever you want to call them. That's crazy. And then he called them hostages. He said, "I am pardoning the How are they hostages, sir? An officer was unalived at the Capitol the same day you gave the green light for them to run up in the Capitol. Your vice president was there." Mm, I don't think people really understand. They don't understand. All right, talk about the immigration. Da, 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 da. Promoting access to voting. Gone. Guaranteeing educational environment free from discrimination on the basis of X, including sexual orientation or gender identity. So if you have, see, one thing I taught my children: you don't make fun of anybody, not based off their race, their color, their gender. You go to school for an education and learn. So my children are taught very, very well. But some children aren't. So they will go to school and make fun of kids that are different than them. Now these babies don't have any protection. I don't agree with it, but at the end of the day, I don't have a heaven or hell to put anybody in. But everybody should be treated fairly and equally and not be discriminated against. Mm, 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 mm. Advancing equity, justice, and opportunity for Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, Pacific Islanders. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility in the federal workforce. These are gone. So what he's saying, no diversity in the federal workforce. Hmm. White House initiative advancing educational equity, excellence, and economic opportunity for Hispanics, for Native Americans, and strengthening tribune or tribal colleges and university, for Black Americans, gone. Non-displacement of qualified workers under service contracts, continuing strengthening Americans' access to affordable quality health care, gone. Advancing equality for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and intersex individuals, gone. Promoting the arts and humanities and museums and library services, gone. If you have parents or a loved one that has medication to take, right now that little $150 that they may have to that they pay for their blood pressure medicine or diabetes is probably now $600-800. So those prescription drug costs, those low amounts, that's gone. Further advancing racial equity and support for underserved communities through the federal government, gone. Safe, secure, and trustworthy development and use of artificial intelligence, gone. Have y'all ever seen iRobot or any type of movie where it just seems that artificial intelligence will take over? That's when I read this the other day, I was like, God dog, you got Elon Musk up there too? And it's crazy because I passed I was on the highway and I looked to my right and I seen all these Tesla trucks and cars over there, a whole dealership. And I was like, boy, what if one day them things turn on and just start going down the highway? What? This is crazy. Did you hear about the lady that took part in the refused the pardon? I need to look at that because I have not heard that. He's even in pardon January 16th. Oh my God. This is y'all, he done even took, oh my gosh. And to have that little speech about MLK on MLK Day when you had your little inauguration, for you to even stop or halt or whatever you did. So pretty much they're not looking into the assassination of MLK or JFK. Uh, Martin Luther King Jr. Yeah, that's crazy. Narrative deflection. That's precisely why Mike don't. And I seen that Mike stayed far away from him. People fail to realize we all fall short of the same glory, just different circumstances. That is very true. Constructive genocide agenda. Yep. I thought that when they started self checkout at market. Girl, I live around a lot of Africans. They already started arresting people. Man, let me tell you something. This is bad. People don't realize this. This is not good. This is not, y'all. If I have to breathe because I'm very passionate about this topic. What did I tell my children? We had this conversation. We always have conversations. Think about when they say, "What is the American dream?" What's the American dream? White picket fence, stay at home wife, take care of the kids, Christian family, Christian values. But who is the face of that American dream? It ain't our dream. I mean, it could be our dream. We want that dream, but that's not our dream. Think about that. Boy, Lord Jesus. Yeah, okay. We talked about AI. Let me see. Da 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 da. All right. Yeah. So that's that. So let's see what else we got. So he did that on the 20th. He said the hell with Biden's executive orders. Let's see what this is. Restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship. That's why your boy Mark Zuckerberg took away the fact checks from Facebook. Hey, y'all heard he getting a divorce? Word on the street is that his wife said that he was pretty much playing a part to get TikTok banned. You know, they're trying to make it a monopoly. They're trying to make that a monopoly. That's why. So Mark Zuckerberg's wife said, "I can't be around this. I want no part of that." So I'm gonna stay. I'm going to be on the lookout for that divorce because I need to get into that. I want to know the real reason. The president does not have authority for some of Trump's executive orders. We're going to get into that. That's why the federal judge, we're going to talk about that in a minute. I read something about him declassifying the MLK and JFK assassinations. I can't tell if that's good or bad. That's bad. And we'll get into that in a minute. Did you hear he was releasing those documents? Oh, he releasing those documents? Girl, oh my gosh. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. To not live in America is the American dream to me. Baby, let me tell you something. I feel like I'll tell y'all I will move to Canada. I'll move to Canada. Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Declassifying files of Martin Luther King. Oh, declassifying, meaning that they're going to release their assassination records. I don't even know what that how to feel about that. I think that's so disrespectful on so many ways. Oh my gosh. Those are some documents I will. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it, but I just feel like why would you declassify those records? TikTok is taking over Facebook. That it is, but here is it. This is it now. Like I said in the beginning, Trump just did this, and you know what? I don't always have to just sit up here and talk to y'all. Y'all can also come up. So it's gonna. I'm posting a link just in case anybody want to hop up. It's I use Restream, so you're gonna see it as Restream. Um, that was Trump's plan all along. You ban TikTok. You seen how the pandemic, like how TikTok carried all of us during the pandemic. Now you're going to be a savior, but you're telling TikTok either you make us a 50%, not shareholder, but partial owner, 50% ownership, or you just never ever going to come back ever in life again. And y'all, my dumb self, Henny told me to. I deleted my TikTok only because it wasn't working, and for a split second, my dumb self just said, "Oh, let me uninstall and then reinstall it." And I go to the Play Store and I can't even reinstall it. I'm so sad. Yes, hit the like button. We're talking about current events because it's something that needs to be talked about. Let me see, what are you talking about? All right, so he's saying that hold on, let me see what this says. So this is restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship. What time? I've been on here. I'm about 20, 30 more minutes and then I'm gonna be off because I need to do some work. Um girl, I thought I was the only hey, when does Handmaid Tales come back on? But that was good, but yes. I hope it's not. If it is, I am definitely going to Canada. I'm packing it up. My son gonna have to switch colleges because Handmaid's Tale was good. They need to hurry up and come back with that final season because I'm ready. All right, so let's see. Purpose of this: the First Amendment of to the United States Constitution, an amendment essential to the success of our republic, enshrines the right of the American people to speak freely in the public square without government interference. See, a lot of people don't realize what freedom of speech is. They just be like, "It's freedom of speech. I can say what I want to say," and I just laugh because I was like, if people understand what the true meaning of freedom of speech is, they wouldn't just be saying it. I'm gonna read that again for the people in the back. The First Amendment to the United States Constitution, an amendment essential to the success of our republic, enshrines the right of the American people to speak freely in the public square without government interference. Over the last 4 years, the previous administration trampled free speech rights by censoring American speech on online platforms, often by exerting substantive coercive pressure on third parties such as social media companies to moderate the platform or otherwise suppress speech that the federal government did not approve, under the guise of combating misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation. The federal government infringed on the constitutionally protected speech rights of American citizens across the United States in a manner that advanced the government's preferred narrative about significant matters of public debate. Government censorship of speech is intolerably in a free society. So, if y'all see the changes on Facebook, for instance, that is why Mark took away the facts check, because he's saying people should be able to freely say what's on their mind without getting any type of I guess a lawsuit filed on them, or the government coming after them, whatever the case may be. That's wild. I also deleted my TikTok and cannot get it back. Hey, I had to log on TikTok on my web browser. I was like, damn. I asked my kids, I was like, is there any way that y'all can, like, I don't know, smart, like, send it to my phone or something? Hey, that's a very good show. That is a very good show. Definitely check that out. Um, yeah, so Americans should have the right to engage in protected speech. Nobody should be able to sue them because they said something wrong about them. Da 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 da. You can't make this shit up. And now everybody is going to be running with that. Oh, let's see what else this man then put out. Ending the weaponization of the federal government. What the hell is this? The American people have witnessed the previous administration engage in a systematic campaign against its perceived political opponents, weaponizing the legal force of numerous federal law enforcement agencies and the intelligence community against those perceived political opponents in the form of investigations, prosecutions, civil enforcement actions, and other related actions. These actions appear oriented toward inflicting political gain than toward pursuing actual justice or legitimate governmental objectives. Many of these activities appear to be inconsistent with the Constitution and or the laws of the United States, including those activities directed at parents protesting at school board meetings. Americans who spoke out against the previous administration actions and the other Americans who are simply exercising constitutionally protected rights. Mm. Oh, let me go on and read. Child. The prior administration and allies throughout the country engaged in an unprecedented third world weaponization of prosecutorial power to upend the democratic process. It targeted individuals who voiced opposition to the prior administration policies with numerous federal investigations and politically motivated funding revocations, which cost Americans access to needed services. The Department of Justice even jailed an individual for posting a political meme. And while the Department of Justice has ruthlessly prosecuted more than 1,500 individuals associated with January 6th and simultaneously dropped nearly all cases against BML rioters, BLM, Black Lives Matter. So this is why he pardoned the January 6 people, because the cases against the protesters, and you see they didn't call them protesters, they called them rioters. I was a protester during the George Floyd and other um you know inc- other incidents that has happened. I have had the opportunity to go protest. So it's crazy that they put rioters, they put Black Lives Matter rioters. Now, there's always going to be a few seeds in the bunch that are bad. That's in any type of protest that you go to. I have seen it with my own eyes. But the majority, 90% of those individuals that were out there fighting, protesting, and when I say fighting, I'm not saying physically, but out there protesting. Like I was on the bridge. They were about to take all of us to jail. And so you can't compare protesters to those people on January 6th that went up to a federal building. Make that make sense. I am confused. Leslie, stop growling. Yes, I know Biden pardoned Fauci. I do know that. And there he did preemptive pardons because he knew once Trump got into office that Trump was going to seek retaliation. He is trying to change the name of Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. Yep. We about to get into this. It's wild. So so I'm assuming that this is his reasoning for, um, as he called it, the January 6th hostages. He signed pardons for them, for those for those animals that caused an officer to become unalive, to be unalived. Mm, interesting. For my federal people, I'm so sorry. If my sister's listening, I am so sorry. But this is the return to in person work. Heads of all departments and agencies in the executive branch of government shall, as soon as practicable, take all necessary steps to terminate remote work arrangements and require employees to return to work in person at their respective duty stations on full-time basis, provided that the department and agency heads shall make exemptions they deem necessary. This memorandum shall be implemented consistent with applicable law. Now wait, they said, okay, so they said in the executive branch. They said in the executive branch. Well, man, so as far I know it's because he wanted to protect them, because but that's a whole nother different show we probably have to go through. Because there's a lot of stuff that Fauci played when it came into the COVID-19. Y'all have to remember, one, Trump got rid of the response team, right? Then when it was time, they had to find a cure as to how to deal with COVID. And Fauci was the head of everything. There's a whole, like I said, that's a whole nother show we're gonna have to do. But whatever happened between that administration, Trump as well as Fauci, Biden just knew that he had to protect him at all costs, because I don't feel bad. I'm glad that he did. I'm glad that he actually did a lot of pardons, because I know Trump and we all seen it. We see in this real life, real time in 4K what Trump is capable of. What up, Heavy? Heavy, do you have to go back? Do you got to go back to work full time? Hey, Brittany. Hey. Was it not a game of function research? Let me tell y'all something. When you got rid of the whole team that's supposed to handle a whole pandemic, and you had somebody coming in trying to find a vaccine for the whole United States. Oh my gosh. If it was a game of function, that takes it to a whole nother level. I'm gonna look into that and I'll definitely get back with you on that one. I will definitely get back. He had a lot of pressure on him. A lot of pressure. But it's a lot of stuff that goes on in the government that we uh Heavy, you said we are just waiting on the word. Lord Jesus. Oh, then they got the freeze going, y'all. Let me see. Do not wait. By the authority vested in me as president, by the Constitution and the laws of the United States, I hereby order all executive departments and agencies to take the following steps. Do not propose or issue any rule in any manner, including by sending a rule to Office of the Federal Register. Da, 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 da. Immediately withdraw any rules. This is crazy. That's regulatory. That's dealing with that. So the government has a hiring freeze? Yep. Then last time he was in office, if I'm not mistaken, there was a federal freeze. I hereby order a freeze on the hiring of federal civilian employees to be applied throughout the executive branch. As part of the freeze, no federal civilian position. So this is only in the executive branch. This order does not apply to military personnel or the armed forces or to positions related to immigration enforcement, national security, or public safety. Moreover, nothing in this memorandum shall adversely impact the provision of Social Security, Medicare, veterans benefits. In addition, Director of the Office of Personnel Management may grant exemptions from this freeze. Okay. I need to get to this made up ass department, because this is crazy. So it looks like all of this stuff is just really in the executive branch, delivering emergency price relief for American families and defeating the cost of living crisis. This affects us, y'all. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Over the past 4 years, the Biden administration destructive policies inflicted an historic inflation crisis on the American people. The Biden administration not only exploded government spending artificially and unsustainably stimulating demand, but it simultaneously made necessary goods and services scarce through a crushing regulatory burden and radical policies designed to weaken American production. Hardworking families today are overwhelmed by the cost of fuel, food, housing, automobiles, medical care, utilities, and insurance. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all how this works. Because people, and it's crazy because people really don't understand the process. Do y'all know why there's inflation? Because we came out of a pandemic. Okay. How can I say this? Let's start with George W. Bush. I like George W. Bush. He is funny to me. That's probably the only Republican that I actually like. I'm gonna just put that out there as far as president goes. When he left office, it was a mess. Not Biden, I'm sorry. Obama stepped in. It took Obama 4 years to clean up the mess that George Bush did in 8 years. Because remember, Bush served 2 terms. So if you take in 4 years of cleaning up another president's mess, you can't blame what happens during that 4 years on that president because he's trying to undo everything that the previous president done. So the second term of Obama, he finally was able to do what he was, what he told us that he was going to do. Okay? Then Trump is elected president. And then we go back to the same thing. He's undoing everything that Obama does, right? We get mad. We vote Biden into office. But now y'all have to think about it. We just came out of it was the start of a pandemic. It was the start of a pandemic. So how can you sit here and now he was able to do some things? Healthcare, student loans, some of the things a lot of people don't know. People just be like, oh, he wasn't a good president because he didn't do anything for me, blah 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 blah, the whole. And I tend not to even have conversations with people like that because obviously you don't understand how the government works. But Biden had to step in and figure out how to do things during a pandemic. So of course Trump coming in is going to make him look good. It's going to make him look good. Oh, I can't wait for him to give me a stimulus. Really? People was broke. If that stimulus check did not boost you and it's still not in your bank account, that stimulus check ain't did shit for you. You still broke. Oh, I'm talking about the son. George W. Bush. The daddy is George Herbert Bush. Okay? So here's the thing. It's like you really, in order to get a country back together, or specifically the United States, I can't speak on any other country, it's going to take more than 4 years. So y'all have to give this man some type of grace because he was in a pandemic when he took office. But he did do some things, as I just read executive orders that Trump has canceled that actually has helped and benefit us, whether you guys knew it or not. I swear, at the teacher side of me is like us, and I have to speak for the black people. Some of us lack knowledge when it comes to the government. Y'all don't know how things work. Stop hollering that a president, whether they're Republican or whether they are Democratic, hasn't done anything for you. What are you doing to make your life a little bit better? There's resources out there. And if you have an issue, you have a representative. When the last time, who even knows who their representative is for your state? If you have an issue, who is your representative that you can go to so that way your representative can go to DC and do what they need to do? Jasmine Crockett is one of our representatives out here in Dallas, and she is a firecracker. Go to her website and you will see the issues that she is current that us Texans in this area are concerned about. Hey Katina, what's up? Obama was raised by the Bushes. He was ushered in by the Bushes. You have to do the research on that one. Here, here's one thing that I don't do. I am not a conspiracy. How you say it? I don't do conspiracies. Let's put it like that. I don't do conspiracies. If I show y'all my book collection, I'm a real nerd. I read memoirs of Bush and what's my books right here? I'm looking at them right now. Uh Hold up. You know what? Better yet, let me show y'all. Hold up. Okay. All right. Now y'all don't laugh at me because I got my bonnet on. I don't care. But I'm about to turn my camera on. Hey. Yeah, y'all see them? Y'all see them? All right. This is what I be on. House of Bush, House of Sod. I read these things. I have my textbooks from college days. Look at this. And I just grabbed some books. I have a whole bunch of books. Look, Bill Clinton. Fate of Human Societies. Yes, I am a geek. What is this? The Collapse and Revival of American Community. Y'all see this? Now these are some of my college books, and I still reference some of them. Look, Abraham Lincoln. The Communist Manifesto. Stuff like this. This is what I read. This is what I educate myself on, and I teach my kids to do the same thing. So this is not like a facade that I'm putting on. This is an actual, like, this is college. My thesis, I did the Iraq War. This is when uh George W. Bush was in office, and my ex-husband, now ex-husband, was deployed to Iraq. And I changed my whole thesis to the war in Iraq. It was 50 pages long. It was 50 pages long. So I'm very passionate about that. Um, but anywho's, back to what I was saying. We can't sit here and blame somebody. Y'all have to have, I mean, you can to a certain extent, but y'all have to realize what that president was, what he is walking into. That is just like you walking in and starting a job from another person, like another person was there and shit was all unorganized and all this other stuff, and you're having to pick up that slack. Wow. So you're trying to correct or undo everything that was effed up, but you also still having to do your daily task and jobs. That's kind of like how the presidency is. It's way more than just what you and I see on a day-to-day basis in our communities. That's all it is. He has way bigger things to think about than what goes on in our communities. Thus, the reason we have our local and state governments. Yeah, and if it affects everybody. And you have to teach y'all kids. It's crazy that these kids don't know dilly squat. Um Moreover, many Americans are unable to purchase homes due to historically high prices, in part due to regulatory requirements alone account for 25%. Da 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 da. All right. So yeah, it's a domino effect. You can't expect you, supply and demand. If y'all know what supply and demand is, that's all it is. In COVID, we couldn't do anything. It's like some people could stay at home and work and still function. Some people could not. That means that either income was being into the home or income was not being into the home. People were able to take that income and go purchase things that they were needed. And that's how money goes back into, the community. But then when you have, like, during the pandemic, tissue, for instance, or water, it was a scarce. Because why? Some truck drivers couldn't even, it was a whole mess. It was a whole, people are just now getting back on their feet. So once again, that is why can't there ever be a smooth transition from one president to the other? This is out freaking rageous. What else he done put it? Putting America first in international, environmental, granting pardons and this this was it. This was it. This is the pardons that he did. Look, these are all the people. I wonder where that lady is, because this is this one lady that lives over here in Richardson. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see if she was pardoned. I gotta figure out because she had a whole salon shop. So yeah. So because the Black Lives Matter writers, that's what we're called, writers, was, didn't have any charges brought against us. The felonies, the felons, these are felons, the animals that stormed the Capitol, they're pardoned. Hmm. Mandate jobs that are affecting people right today. They even started paying folks to get it. Yeah, man, this is all crazy. What about the 13th Amendment? Ooh, we're gonna get in amendments right quick in a second. But yeah, so that was that. What else has he done? Application of Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Control Applications Act to TikTok. Look at this. And y'all know, and if y'all didn't watch my TikTok video, like I said, Trump started this. The biggest thing that he said was national security, right? In the complaint that I read, when TikTok actually filed a suit against him as soon as he placed that ban in, what was it, 2020, they stated that they provided the Trump administration with all of their security measures. Do y'all know that our user data is not even stored nowhere in China? It is stored right here in the United States of America, and a portion is in Singapore. Singapore is not in China. Those are two different completely different countries. But TikTok provided them with their security measures. This was a whole ploy for Trump to get a piece of the TikTok pie. That's all. He's seen over how TikTok carried us during the pandemic. He's seen how much money they made. Now he wants a piece of the pie. Oh, Lord. They are not picking up kids from school. Please say it's not so. So Trump pretty much saying, if you don't give us a part of TikTok, you're not gonna be alive. You're not gonna be alive. Mm-mm. One day before I took office as 47th president interferes with my ability to assess the national security and foreign policy implications of the act prohibitions before they take effect. This time, it also interferes with my ability to negotiate a resolution to avoid an abrupt shutdown of the TikTok platform while addressing national security concerns. Accordingly, I am instructing the Attorney General not to take any action to enforce the act of a for a period of 75 days from today to allow my administration to the opportunity to determine the appropriate course forward in an orderly way that protects national security while avoids an abrupt shutdown of communication platforms used by millions of Americans. Let me tell y'all something. Like I said before, Mark Zuckerberg, he has a big part of this. He wants they're trying to create a monopoly. They want one application and one application only. Meta. Meta has what? Instagram, WhatsApp. Look at MySpace gone. Anybody else who tries to start a freaking application, Mark some way, somehow shuts that down. We ain't gonna see TikTok no more. And if we do, how much y'all want to bet that Mark gonna have a piece of that TikTok pie? Oh Lord Jesus. Withdrawing. We withdrew from the World Health Organization. I don't even gotta say that. I ain't even gotta say nothing about that. Restoring accountability to policy influencing positions within the federal workforce. If you are in the federal workforce, what is it? Let me see. Purpose. Article 2 of the United States Constitution vests the president with the sole and exclusive authority over the executive branch, including the authority to manage the federal workforce to ensure effective execution of federal law. A critical aspect of this executive function is the responsibility to maintain professionalism and accountability within civil service. This accountability is sorely lacking today. Only 41% of civil service supervisors are confident that they can remove an employee who engaged in insubordination or serious misconduct. Even fewer supervisors, 26%, are confident that they can remove an employee for poor performance. Accountability is essential for all of federal employees, but is essentially important for those who are in policy influencing positions. These personnel are entrusted to shape and implement actions that have significant impact on all Americans. Any power that is delegated by the president, and they must be accountable to the president, who is the only member of the executive branch other than the vice president, elected directly accountable to the American people. In recent years, however, there have been numerous and well documented cases of career federal employees resisting and undermining the policies and directives of their executive leadership. Principles of good administration therefore necessitate action to restore accountability to the career civil service, beginning with positions of confidential, policy determining, policy making, or policy advocating character. boy. Oh my gosh. I see that. Continue said yes, there's some wait, so parents can come get them and send them back. This is weird. He wants to buy. Yep. I only order a few things from the TikTok shops. But Instagram is coming with something. I just read that. There was a politician who wrote up a script on why and how TikTok should be banned. But during the time of the script writing, he invested about $1 million to Meta. But after Trump came in, it was unbanned after one day. So that guy lost a lot of money. Child. People losing a lot of money. Y'all heard about Trump's and his wife's meme coin. Y'all talk about losing money. Baby, whoever brought that, they spent their life savings on that meme coin and it has plummeted. Let me see. Holding former government officials accountable for election interference and improper disclosure of sensitive governmental and oh, that's funny. That's funny right there. Cause yeah, declaring a national emergency at the southern border of the United States. Let's see. Da 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 da. uh Military role unleashing oh, y'all also heard about him banning the I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, but they can't fly their flags anymore. It's only one flag. So if that is the case, we shouldn't see no Confederate flags, no blue life, the police officer's flag. It should just be the American flag. I'm just saying, if you're gonna ban one flag, you need to ban them all. Mm. They was talking about the water in California, how the valve. But I said Bush. Trump was talking about how California and Los Angeles, they can actually turn the valve and turn the water on because the water is being directed into the Pacific Ocean, restoring the unaliving penalty and protecting public safety. Now, it just depends. I believe if you do any type of unaliving or some pedo stuff where you messing with kids, you should definitely get the unaliving penalty. I do agree with that. I'm trying to see exactly what. When President Biden took office in 2021, he allowed his Department of Justice to issue a moratorium on federal executions in defiance of his duty to faithfully execute the laws of the United States that provide for capital punishment. And on December 23rd, 2024, President Biden commuted the sentences of 37 of 40 most vile and sadistic rapist child. Uh-uh. Oh, he commuted the sentences, but they still in there, right? Remorseless criminals who brutalized young children, strangled and drowned their victims, and hunted strangers for sport. He commuted their sentences, even though, through the law of our nation, have always protected victims by applying capital punishment to barbaric acts like theirs. Judges who oppose capital punishment have likewise disregarded the law. I have to look at that because I know that I have to go through that list and look at what their crimes are because I don't believe that. Well, he want to bring it back. He want to bring it back. So let's see. In addition to pursuing the F penalty where possible, the Attorney General shall be consistent with applicable law, pursue federal jurisdiction to seek the death. I'm just saying death penalty, regardless of the factors of every federal capital crime involving. So the unaliving of a law enforcement officer, a capital crime committed by an alien illegally in this country. So that's mm, okay, a capital crime. Because I'm trying to figure out what do some states oppose to capital crime. Okay, so they're talking about lethal injection. So I don't think they're gonna do the chair, even though some people do need the chair. I'm just saying. Hmm. Oh my gosh. I thought the coin made. Hold up, y'all want to do something? Let me see. Cause I be looking at Midas Touch. They be having me crack up. I was watching Midas Touch. They was having a fundraiser to raise for like charities for animals. We was raising money instead of watching the inauguration. Let me see. Trump meme coin. Let me see. This is 4 days ago. I need a live. The this is what it looks like. Hold on, let me get this off the screen. What day was this? January 22nd. Oh, this is one day. Hold up. Okay, let's see. The official Trump coin. That was on the 19th. All right. So I don't know when he issued. Was it issued January 17th? I don't know. Hold on. Let me do a 1 month mark. Let's see. All right. So the 18th, of course, the day before inauguration, it was good. Da 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 da. Then it kind of took a slump. So it's not doing like it was supposed to do um when it first started. And it looks, you see this downward slope, it's going down. Because right now it's at 32.33. The market cap is down 15%. The volume down 38%. I have a minor in economics too. Oh man. All right, so let's see. So in one day, so even today, well, that's starting about yesterday, today. So it had a little peak, just a little tad bit, but it ain't doing good. It ain't doing good. It ain't doing good. Wait, hold up. What's Melania's? Hold up, let me see. Melania. Hers is at $2.64. Have y'all heard about that hot tour girl? Y'all, tell me why people was really investing. Like somebody invested. What was the highest one? Did I see? Please don't tell me it was 700,000. I can't remember, but people was really invested in that hot tour meme coin, and it did not do good. Now they all put in a class action lawsuit to sue her, because them dummies then probably spent their rent money, mortgage payment, or life savings on a meme coin. But yeah, this is Melania Trump's. Hers is at worth $2.64. Market cap value is down 31%. Oh my gosh. Let's see how it did the 7th day. Well, shit. Well, her husband's did better the first. When did hers come out? The 19th. So it did good. It did good the day before inauguration, but after that, mm, and it's going further and further. Child, I don't know why they thought this was gonna be a good idea. Mm. But child, yeah, that part. Oh, let's see. Declaring national. What's a national? Why are we a national emergency? What didn't happen? We need an affordable supply of energy, transportation, agriculture. Okay, yeah, blase, blase, blase. The windmills, foreign aid, unleashing Alaska's. Oh Lord, what are y'all doing in Alaska, man? I forgot because he is trying to rename something. Keep Americans safe in aviation. Oh, let me see. Restoring names. Hold up, because yeah, I'm going through this. I have not. This is my first time actually being on here. Um, this is wild. This is the department that Trump has made up. There is a process when you want to create a department. Like you just can't up and say, oh, I'm going to create a department of government efficiency and just put people in it. There's a process that you have to go through. And he didn't do that. This man is crazy. So, what is the purpose of this department? Because I've been trying to figure it out. So, the executive order establishes the Department of Government Efficiency to implement the president's DOGE agenda by modernizing federal technology and software to maximize government efficiency and productivity. And this is who Musk is a part of. So, this made up department is going to ensure that the government runs efficiently and they're productive through technology and software. I hope they shut this department down because all I'm seeing is freaking iRobot or AI or both. That's what I'm seeing. Next thing you know, we're gonna be riding around. We just imagine them saying to us, we can no longer drive cars. And I know this is totally left field, but we can no longer drive cars that have to put gas in. We all have to get electric cars. How is this gonna work? Make that make sense. So this is a made up department that ain't even supposed to be made up. Defending women from gender ideology, extremism, and restoring biological truth to the federal government. Okay, mm, I agree with that. But like I said, I ain't got a heaven and hell to put anybody in. So now here's ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and prefacing. This is wild. The Biden administration forced illegal and immoral discrimination programs going by the name diversity, equity, and inclusion. Enough said. All I know is, all I know is, right? All I know is who's being discriminated. Please tell me. Please tell me who is being discriminated. You feel discriminated because there is a department that ensures that colleges, the federal government is diverse. I was about to cuss. I can Who is being discriminated against? People really was out here saying that it's discrimination to have a DEI program? Huh? I'm lost. I'm lost. This department should be called scamming you. Okay. All I know is the future president will have a lot to clean up. My God. And you know what? And I feel bad, but as I stated, after today, I'm not going to speak nothing else about Trump. I am going to sit back and I am going to observe. I hope everything crumbles. And I it's sad to say that I'm very, very sad, but I hope everything crumbles under this administration so people will wake up, specifically our black people and our Hispanic people, because I'm pissed off at y'all. We make the minority, but yet the majority of y'all voted for this man. Please. That's it. Companies are already laying off people by hundreds regarding DEI. Elon working to get robots to take over human labor. Yes, they are. And it's crazy because I remember going to my son's college and when was that? When did he start? Okay, wait. This is to the okay. So he started at college. So I want to say last March or April or May, one of those. We did a you know how you go to college campus, those who have college students, and you go there for the first time and they kind of tell you guys what different type of organizations they have on campus or whatnot. And I told my son, one thing I do want you to get into is to the Black society, because I want you to have some sense of feeling comfortable on college campus, that you can go and speak to somebody in that sector, so you can what to do. Anywho's, we went to this meeting, and one thing he said, he goes to majority of the campus is Caucasian. But I love the diversity there. I really do. But they had a department, the DEI department, but it's like somehow they seen this coming. And so what they did is they changed the name, but they still do the same thing that it's diverse. They're there to help minority students flourish in college. They have that support. But if they didn't change their name, that college would have made them dismantle that whole department. So I'm glad that they did what they did. But it's very sad because people don't realize that us minorities need programs like this. I don't care how much money a black person or Hispanic has, we will always be discriminated on. Some of y'all may not agree, but I come from place of experience. In Texas alone, I have gone everywhere in Dallas County to try to look for a school, like an area that I can call a school, a home for my school. And because of my skin color, they say I can't have a school in this area. But yet, you drive probably 30 seconds around to the other side, and what do you see? A massage school there. I walk in, I'm like, oh, okay. Because I already know what type of timing they were on. I worked at a law firm. I didn't get paid what I was worth. I get paid more freelancing, making six figures than what I was making. They stopped me at $56,000. I had 2 degrees, but yet another person with no degree comes in and they start them at 78K. Make that make sense. These are the reasons why these programs are in here, because at the end of the day we will never get treated fairly. I don't care. People will say if you have not experienced it, then you can't say dilly squat. They may as well bring back the horse and buggy. Okay. No, Trump has already said he will be the last. People will not have. Let me tell you something. And I said that a couple of months ago. He's going to make it to where he can stay in office as long as he wants. I believe in presidential elections. I feel they're selected, cut that. Yeah, it's the electoral college that really throws everybody off. I wish we could take that out and actually, if we vote, we voting for the person that we put on that ballot. Just like being told you're overqualified. Exactly. So we need programs like this. You think about our kids trying to go get into Harvard or Princeton or something like that. It ain't gonna be easy. It ain't gonna be easy at all. And it's crazy because I had a conversation with my mom, and a lot of people don't know my oldest, he's going to school for aerospace engineering. And he has dreads. And she's like, well, he's gonna have to cut his dread. I think not. He's not cutting his dreads off. My best friend, her son, they're Hispanic. Her son is a petroleum engineering. He is graduating this year. Very intelligent. My son is not cutting off his dreads. If he has tattoos or any of they have uh-uh. No. Because of these programs, my best friend's son, and I'm not saying this, but because the kid is very intelligent, to do petroleum engineering, that's the top engineering job. So yes, some kids are fortunate, but I do think that these programs will help them get into schools, some the good schools that they want to get into. You don't see a lot of black kids going to Harvard or Princeton. But now Oh, this is gone. What are their chances of getting in now? What are the chances? Federal DEI program employee. Yeah, they're on leave, and at least they were nice enough to put them on paid leave. But that really sucks. A colleague in DEI was told to log off by 4 p.m. and was put on admin leave. This shit is not okay. I have to call my sister and see what's going on. I haven't spoke to her, but I want to know that because agency will reassign her somewhere at GS 15 level, but that's besides the point. Yeah, that is besides the point. This is like you playing with people livelihood at this point. Exactly. They burn the midnight oil and go slap ball digging for ways to keep their foot on our necks. Exactly. I refuse. I refuse. That's why I tell my children get an education. I have not pressured my kids or told them anything. I didn't say you be this. No, they chose engineering. My middle child, he's going to be a senior next year. He wants to do computer engineering. My 11-year-old, he wants to do architectural engineering. These are things that they picked. And I told them, you stay after it. And I also teach them to get a side hustle. Find something that you like to do. You need supplemental income because you never know what will happen. I'm all about different streams of revenue, but it's hard out here and nobody will ever understand because they never been in that predicament. What was this? Yeah, this is the thing. I can't even this pissed me off. The public release of these plans demonstrated immense public waste and shameful discrimination. Boy, this really pit. I want to know who the hell wrote these damn orders. Who? Now, what the hell is this restoring names? Please don't tell me. What the? Hold the hell up. Restoring names that honor American greatness. It is in the national interest to promote the extraordinary heritage of our nation and ensure future generations of American citizens celebrate the legacy of our American heroes. The naming of our nation's treasures, including breathtaking natural wonders and historic work of art, should honor the contributions of visionary and patriotic. Fuck all that. Rename it. I don't even know where Mount McKinley is. President William McKinley, the 25th President of the United States, heroically led our nation to victory in the Spanish American War. What the hell is that? Where is Mount Kinley? Oh, wait. The national park surrounding Oh wait, the national park area surrounding Mount McKinley shall retain the name Denali National Park and Reserve. The Secretary of the Interior shall work with the Alaska Native entities and state and local organizations to adopt names for landmarks to honor the history of culture of Alaskan people. Gulf of America, area formerly known as the area formerly known as the Gulf of Mexico, has long been an integral asset to our once beyonding nation and has remained in the wait. I can't even speak right now. Let me see. Hold up. The golf. So what you trying to say? Okay, so I am hereby that it officially be renamed the Gulf of America. You can't make this shit up. As such, within 30 days of the date of this order, the Secretary of the Interior shall, consistent with Title 43 of the United States Code, take all appropriate actions to rename as the Gulf of America the U.S. continental shelf area bounded on the northeast, north, and northwest of the state of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida, and extended. Y'all, oh my God, he gonna name this motherfucker. Why can't it be? I mean, okay, I get it if you're saying Gulf of America because it's North America. I get it, but if you're just trying to call it the Gulf of America just because of America, then that's something totally different. I'm still gonna call it the Gulf of Mexico. I don't give a fuck. Cassandra, I do work two jobs, put my daughter to college, and she have a degree, and my others just finished school, but she don't want to go to college because of all this Oh, this is sad. Try to talk her into it. Let me tell you something. Please, please, please tell her stay in school. She has to stay in school. It will be worth it. Stay in school. One thing nobody can take from you is your degrees. If most of our children are sadly lacking the structure, you're raising your babies. Heavy. What they can't understand is how we keep coming back in their tactics and agendas. God is still in complete control. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I ain't gonna be too much longer on here. Yeah, so this man he done renamed the damn Gulf of Mexico. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ending all illegal discrimination and restoring based on merit based opportunity. What the fuck is this? Yet today, roughly 60 years after the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, critical and influential institutions of American society, including the federal government, major corporations, financial institutions, the medical industry, large commercial airlines, law enforcement agencies, and institutions of higher education, have adopted and actively used dangerous, demeaning, and immoral race and X based preferences under the guise of so called diversity, equity, and inclusion, or diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility. Illegal DEI and DEIA policies not only violate the text and spirit of our long-standing federal civil rights laws, they also undermine our national unity as they deny, discredit, and undermine the traditional American values of hard work, excellence, and individual achievement in a favor of an unlawful, corrosive, and pernicious identity based spoil system. Mm. Hardworking Americans who deserve a shot at the American dream should not be stigmatized, demeaned, or shut out of opportunities because of their race and sex. I don't even think I can read anymore. So, because the majority was feeling like the minority, it's a problem. What I tell you about that American dream, it ain't our dream. It ain't our dream. It is not the minority dream. Andrew, I don't even know who the hell that is. Clemency for Terrence Sutton. I need to do some research on here. The classification records are concerning the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy. Wait, assassination of John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy. Huh? I didn't know that. And the Reverend Martin Luther King. Policy and purposes. More than 50 years after the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, the federal government has not released to the public all of its records related to those events. Their families and American people deserve transparency and truth. It is the national interest to finally release our records related to the assassinations without delay. Now, I'm on the fence about this. I am interested to see on, exactly what happened. Um, so I take it as a good thing. Let me see the President JFK assassination records collection of 1992 required all records related to assassination of President Kennedy to be publicly disclosed. Oh my gosh. So this is going to be publicly. Oh my gosh! Continue. Da, 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 da. Trying to see if there's any juicy stuff in here. Well, it's just going to be released to the public. Hell, I ain't got to read all of it. But it's going to be I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to sleep on. I mean, I am nosy. I do want to see exactly what happened, but child, what? Oh my gosh, Mary Joe, if you still in here, what? Y'all, hold on. Let me pull up my Instagram. I can't. What I Yeah, I promise y'all. 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 You can't make this shit up. I told y'all that this man is literally trying to take over the government. Hold up. Yes, I got it, Mary MJ. I'm about to I'm about to pull it up. Look at this. A Tennessee Republican proposes an amendment to allow President Donald Trump to run for a third term. What? What? According to the 22nd Amendment, Trump is not allowed to run for a third term. Ogles is pushing to change this. In his statement, he said President Trump's decisive leadership stands in stark contrast to the chaos, suffering, and economic decline Americans have endured over the past 4 years. He has proven himself to be the only figure in modern history capable of reversing our nation's decay and restoring Americans to greatness, and he must be given the time necessary to accomplish that goal. Because what did I just tell you guys? You cannot undo something within 4 years. It's going to take you two terms. So this right here really supports what I was saying. So we can't sit here and blame Joe Biden for everything, for the inflation and all this, because he had to quickly undo what Trump has done. Just like Obama had to do what George W. Bush did. So they clearly said that he must be given the necessary time to accomplish that goal. You Meaning that you can't fucking get shit done correctly in 4 years or even 8 years. This is ridiculous. I this is Yeah, y'all talking about Krishan Rock and Blueface and them is the circus. We have entered the actual circus. This is the circus. The circus started on January 20th, 2025. We are in a fucking circus. Also, this man denied being affiliated with 2025. He did. He did. I briefly went through that 900 some odd. I knew it. He trying to disassociate himself from that. Nah, girl, y'all are on my mama. I will move to Canada. That's what I just said. He's working to stay in office until he goes bye bye. He is, man, where are the Simpsons at? I keep thinking what response they'll have if St. Peter asks why they are so evil and hateful towards other nationalities. Mm. Mm. Presidential circus, baby. This is the presidential circus. That part, the smart and educated people got it, but the illiterates was loud and proud. Oh my, and y'all, these nations, they are laughing at us like we People don't understand. I wish we could just take a day and leave the celebrities alone and actually, you know what? I might do once a week a current event like I used to do when I was teaching high school. Hell, I even do it with my GED students because not only do you need an education to, to do certain things, you need to understand how the community works, right? What you need to do in order to do that, you need to know your government. You need to know the laws. So it's good to know about current events. In a minute, he's going to implement Supreme Court judges for what? Oh my gosh, y'all. I can't. That's why I literally had to take a break because after y'all, do y'all know? Oh, that's what I meant to say. We already knew it. It was a circus last time. People can be so gullible on social media. It's sick. Girl, what? And I'm just trying to figure out, like, if you ask somebody, why did you vote for Trump? I have not heard a logical reason yet. I really have not. And inflationist man said it's nothing he could do about it. You know what? My mom told me the real clown stood up. Then I seen this. I said, Ma, I gotta call you back. Sent it to your DM and got back on the phone. Yes. Yeah. What are we gonna do? I can't sit now. I can sit for 4 years. I can't. No, wait a minute. Wait. Now he said a third term. So he automatically thinks that Trump is going to be elected for a second term. Y'all, did y'all not see the executive order about the voting? He got rid of that. Wake up, people. Wake the fuck up. Hell, we an hour in. Wake the fuck up. If y'all don't know what is going on, let me tell you, y'all need to get y'all shit in order. Get it in order. That's why I'm not playing with my kids about y'all educations. You better get it now. This is what a real circus looks like, not Krishan. Exactly. That ain't no circus. That's entertainment. That is entertainment to me. That is pure entertainment. I don't even know half the stuff that is going on in celebrity life, but sometimes we got to take away from the news and stuff like that. So that's why I do it for entertainment purposes only. But I'm not going to be stuck on them because they're not going to be paying in my bills. They have no say so in local, state, and federal governments. They have nothing to do with my livelihood. This is what I'm focusing on. Child Biden was due ready to leave the White. He was walking from the White House looking like he wanted to say F. But you know what? And man, let me tell y'all. Y'all see when Obama went into office, that man had no gray hairs on his head. By the time he left, that I know he said F this. Michelle said F this. We're never going back. I mean, you can't come back because you already did 8 years. But what? Do people not realize what's happening here? The president, that's why they have cabinet members. That's why they have different departments because they can't the president has bigger things to actually worry about. Foreign policy, keeping all of that. But this I'm not even worried. Like F everything. If y'all feel like Biden did okay. But we got to look at the bigger picture what's happening. He is no longer trying to have a democracy in the United States of America. He's already trying to make it where we can't vote. And when I say we, people, I mean, we already, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to do a separate segment on that. It's just so much that people don't know. And I wish, and I'm glad that I have a platform that I can speak with you guys on because it is so much. It is so much. When the terminology stay woke, we all have to stay woke. Yes, LP, we do have to pray consistently. Because, yes, God does have the last say, but God also gave us common sense. He said the election, I don't care what no one says. This is what, okay? Do you know that Trump ended up filing a lawsuit against Vladimir Putin, the same man that they was saying played a role in Trump losing the election. This man sued Vladimir Putin, y'all. Go look it up in the New York court filings. He sued Vladimir Putin in regards to losing that election. What? Oh my gosh. He said, I'm taking all my money out the bank. I said, and you know what, y'all? Here's the crazy part. It's, ooh, see, I'm getting back into my political science days. It's where we look, and one thing, I try to support our own, but sometimes, Lord Jesus, like, can we have a bank that is not owned? Like, y'all have to look at the history. I go through, my bank is Navy Federal Credit Union. I stopped banking at Bank of America, JP Morgan and Chase. If y'all know who JP Morgan and Chase, the Rockefellers, look at that them big hope, all them rich people that own everything, the JP Morgan and Chases, the Rockefellers, all of that. I don't, man, if I could just take my money and freaking bury it in my backyard, I would definitely do that. Because as of right now, I don't trust not near a single person that is in this government. Never, ever, 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 ever. If we could create our own bank, that would be awesome. But black folks can't ever get it right. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I would not put my money in a black folks bank account, and that is sad. Oh, you live in Tennessee? Oh Lord, Buttercup. This is smokescreen distractions all day. Oh my gosh. Obama aged 20 years. He did. Gray as a silverback. Even Putin laughing at us. Baby, everybody, Kim Jong Un, whatever that man name in the North Korea, laughing at us. You're welcome. You're welcome, Katina. Trump wants to be a kid. I don't even know. Trump just want to run everything. But mark my words, I believe y'all Elon Musk gonna run soon. He gonna run if there is an opportunity to run. Well, that must be why he was laughing at us while I didn't know that. Yep, he sure did. Talk about Vladimir Putin has something to do with him losing that election. Now you lost because you was not very responsive to this COVID, and we needed somebody. But once again, like I said, y'all cannot blame Biden, because Biden had to undo the fuckery that Trump is doing now. Whoever is the next president has to undo the fuckery. And that's going to take 4 years to do. Biden was great. Uh, he inherited a nightmare from this nut job and did the best he could with the negative. He did. He did. That's why I say you have to really understand how the government worked to understand what Biden has done. A lot, and Kamala Harris. Everybody be like, "Oh, well, what she did? Well, we didn't see her do anything." Do you even know what the vice president's duty is? Did you ever see Mike Pence do anything? Did you see Joe Biden ever do anything when he was VP for Obama? Who was VP for George Bush? Uh uh hell, I done forgot. Who was Condoleezza Rice to him? I don't. But anywho's, has anybody seen what any vice president has done for anything? So people can miss me with that part. I used to work at BOA and got cussed out every day. Oh no! Right, with the blink of an eye, all funds could be wiped out. Why y'all think people be taking all that shit out the damn The banks. But let me tell y'all what they tried to do. Y'all, I just showed y'all the meme coins, right? Now they're talking about cryptocurrency. Mm, mm. Pay attention, y'all. Also, Trump's need to be careful because his buddy Putin is mad with him now over the baby. It's all man. It's been y'all. This man ain't been in office a good week, and we all in a hellstorm right now. And you know what? I knew that Elon was doing too much when during the campaign, and Trump even had to tell Elon like, "Hey, bro, I'm the president elect, not you. I got this. You stay over there." Mm-hmm. Obama was handed one of the worst economies in history. Obama turned it around. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, after not, but y'all have to look what look what happened, y'all. 9/11. That was during George W. Bush's term. He served and he had 8 years. George W. Bush was in office for 8 years. Obama had to spend majority of his term cleaning up what George Bush messed up. But y'all have to look at what happened during the term of George Bush. We had 9/11. We had a whole terrorist attack. We had a whole terrorist attack. And then we also had the Iraq war. So we had a war and a terrorist attack. People don't realize how damaging that is to our economy. And it's like a trickle effect. So somebody that is coming in pretty much has to take care. It's like you're putting a band-aid on it, but that band-aid is not going to suffice. It's like you got to perform surgery or whatever else it is in order to get it back to where it used to be at least. Oh my gosh. Every time I get excited talking about this, but it is also draining because it's like people really don't understand. But as long as I'm talking to y'all and y'all spread the word and have these conversations, they are conversations that need to be had because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be a democracy. Us people, we vote for a particular person to be in office, whether it's on the local, state, or government or on the federal level. So we do have a say so in how our country is ran. That's why we are in a democracy. If we wanted a freaking king, I will move to United Kingdom. If I wanted a dictatorship, I would move to Iraq. The fuck? One more thing. How can Trump tell people to come to our country, make things we need, or he will issue tariffs, but he got ICE deport? Boy, look, hold up. I didn't even show this, and it's sad. And this is it's very because I do when I taught social studies, I taught at my first teaching job was at risk students. So they would tell me stories about why they come to America. And this is not just, Mexicans or Guatemalans or El Salvadorans. Like you have people, Africans, you have people from Cuba, you have people from all across the world that come to America for a better opportunity. So I'm just going to put this out there. Hispanics work, they do the jobs that we don't like to do. If they leave, who's going to do them? The 14th Amendment of the Constitution pretty much says, oh, it went off. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna stop it and then y'all probably seen it, but it went off on my side. Following the Civil War, Congress submitted to the states three amendments as part of the Reconstruction program to guarantee equal civil and legal rights to Black citizens. A major provision of the 14th Amendment was to grant citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, thereby granting citizenship to former enslaved people. As of today, this still upholds. All persons born or naturalized in the US pretty much are citizens. And now you are taking that away. That Project 2025 clearly stated like you had a plan when as soon as you were in office to deport people that pretty much ain't going to be here, right? How are you going to do that? So are you just going to walk up to a person and say, "Hey, let me see your papers"? Cuz I will be highly fucking offended. And I hope, and if that is the case, I hope to those that voted for his ass, I hope somebody walk up to you and ask for you to show them their papers. And I want you to see how that feels. I really do. That's why the Congress, Senate, and all of them are like payola. Get folks who owe you an office to be on your side. Man, did y'all see everybody that was at the inauguration? Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, what? Oh Lord, I hope it ain't the Great Depression. I'm already depressed that US created allegedly. Huh? Right, Obama did. That's why everyone received those checks to reboot the economy after the term ended, but leave it to our uh, ignorant cousins that said Trump sent those checks out. Oh my gosh. Shout out to y'all just sending me stuff. Ooh. Mary Jo, shout out to you, girl. Hold up. Let me see. Let me go here. So a little check because I remember seeing this checklist. Hold up. Let's go to this checklist. So y'all can't read that, but hold on, let me go through the thing that the amended I was talking about. I was one number off. Oh, yeah, got you. The 14th Amendment. Yes, ma'am. I can't we these people, they're just like the Krishan haters trying to drag Obama to big Trump. Uh-huh. Just a bunch of racists, and I really get irritated when it's our old people. Girl, I get mad. I get mad. I was like, man, that's like my boyfriend is Hispanic and he does have individuals in his family that are Trump supporters. And we done had a few conversations because I'm lost. How? How? All right, so let's see what this man has done. I'm gonna read off. So this is the checklist. This is the checklist. Seize power within the federal government. Implement a national backdoor ban on abortion without Congress and jail healthcare providers. Pack the Supreme Court with MAGA extremists. End climate protections and gut clean energy programs. That's already checked off. Reinstate crippling student debt payments. That's probably checked off. Replace nonpartisan government employees with politically appointed Trump loyalists. Mhm. That's checked off. Pardon violent January 6th criminal insurrectionists. He did that. Abolished the Department of Education. We're waiting on that. Force states to report women's miscarriages and abortions to Trump federal government. We're waiting on that. Repeal protections for LGBTQ Americans. We did that. Well, I ain't gonna say we. He did that. Reinstate Trump's transgender military ban and expel transgender service members. He's done that. Cut taxes for the ultra wealthy. We're looking for that one. Increase taxes for the middle class families. We waiting. Guts Medicare and Social Security. Hmm. We're waiting on that one too. Eliminate union and worker protections. He did that. Reinstate and expand Trump's Muslim ban. Done. Withdraw from the Paris Climate Agreement. Done. End the independence of the Department of Justice and the FBI. Damn near done. Turn the Department of Justice and FBI into enforcement arms of the White House. Done. I didn't read parts of the executive order, but there was something in there in regards to that. Implement and expand book bans. It's on the way. Line big pharma's pockets by ending prescription drug price caps for seniors. Poor, so your grandma or whoever needs medication now has to pay full price for those meds. Ban abortion medication, I see that coming. Puts limits on contraception, I see that coming. Rip away of protections for women's rights to life-saving medical care, I see that coming. Go after marriage equality, done. Put immigrants in mass detention camps, that's coming. Rip my immigrant children from arms of their mothers, that's in the process. Repeal Medicare ability to negotiate lower drug prices, that's done. So if your grandma, grandpa got Medicare, they in trouble. Let employees drastically cut overtime. And replace climate advisors with fossil fuel lobbyists. Done. In the process. We can't make none of this shit up. How I want to get no, I don't want that. We can't make none of this up. I don't want to add. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna go back to this because I don't like that screen. We can't make none of this ish up. Not one. Not one at all. Oh, this just pisses me off. I intentionally did not watch it. Facts. Please don't. Every time you say that, think about that lady. That's why people can't agree on politics because most cannot see the whole picture. Mm-hmm. I wonder what Caitlyn Jenner, aka Bruce, had to say. Cause, hey, don't let me see him in public. I'm be like, hey Bruce, what's up, dog? What's up, G? Yeah, dummy. Like you gonna sit here and vote for somebody who don't even like you. He don't like you or your kind, dummy. We are about to go to civil war. Depopulation tactics. Yes. I even said that when they start making it to where it's open carry in some states, they're just trying to get rid of people. That's all it is. So Trump has been sued by 20 states, probably more. I didn't even check today because my mental in regards to the circus, I have to take a break from it. 20 states have sued him in regards to the 14th Amendment about the natural born citizens. Luckily, a federal judge actually put a stop to it and saying, bro, you can't rewrite the Constitution. You cannot rewrite the Constitution. You just can't do that. So luckily that has stopped. But as far as the ICE operations and stuff, that has already started to begin. And honestly, if in the event they are successful with this, I hope everything falls apart. I hope the bridges don't get built, the potholes don't get fixed. I just hope it all falls apart. Cuz sometimes, you know the saying, sometimes people need to hit a brick wall. That's what a lot of Americans have to do. They're going to have to hit a brick wall for them to understand, oh crap, we put the wrong person in office. Why you think that, and it's crazy because I'm in a whole nother tax bracket. I've been in a whole nother tax bracket for 2 years. But even though I am still humble about the situation, I'm just because I make this amount of money, I'm never going to declare myself in another. Now, views as far as Republican or Democrat, right? Um, I'm never going to be like, oh, because I make this amount of money, I'm going to go with this class. Pretty much at this point, I might well call myself an independent, but I still have some of, you know, views. My views and opinions, or whatever you want to call it, align with the Democratic Party. I do agree with some things that Trump may be putting out, but overall, 98% of it, I do not agree with it at all. It is a pure shit show. If you know how the government works, for the last 3 days, it has been a shit show. He was rooting for Trump. Now he's got to return to Bruce. I know he probably punching the air right now. They only voted for him because they got stimmy checks and they used that to buy back. Ma'am, oh, please talk about it. Please talk about it. So the reasoning, how can I even say this? People thought that they got stimulus checks for it to help their household. Baby, that was not the case. You know why you got a stimulus check? So you can go spend that stimulus check on shit that you did not need to keep the money flowing. Because at the end of the day, businesses were losing money. So the government gives you money, you turn around, go to a business to purchase money, right? Then that business takes that money and re-up. It's a cycle. So that stimmy check wasn't helping you at all. I'm very sorry to tell you this. But if you was broke before you got the stimmy and you was broke after you got the stimmy, you was just a broke person. And I'm just going to call it like it is. It could have been, instead of you saying, I'm going to take the stimulus check and I'm going to put it in my savings account and I'm going to save it. That's how I'm going to, and that's what I'm going to do with it. But you did exactly what they wanted you to do, to go out and use and spend that money to keep that cycle going. That's all it is. Thought it was 22. Baby, MJ, I lost count. I swear, I stopped. Because if I show y'all my notes, because I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I read 10 petitions. I was tired. I was like, you know what? F this. I'm not reading no more. Because they're going to keep coming. My thing is, Biden's administration upset me because they know this man stole the election and they didn't fight for America at all, in my opinion. There's only so much that we can do. There's only so much we can do. If y'all look, oh my gosh. I don't think they wanted to do a repeat of what happened, because when Trump made like the election was stole from him and Rudy Giuliani did the most. And that's why Rudy Giuliani is in the predicament he well, now he ain't. But baby, they got a judgment on him, them two Georgia election workers that he claimed that they tampered with all this other stuff. The judge granted them $148 million judgment. But they have since then settled. But I don't think that I think at the end of the day, the way Kamala feels, I would have done too. I was like, hey, this is who y'all wanted in office. This is who y'all got. I'm not fighting it. I would not fight it. I would just like let the American people have him and let them see for themselves what is about to happen. Point blank, period. So they gonna wanna, just like the walking around the same mountain for 40 years to boost the economy. Yes. Yes. This is the state of depression. Baby, I am depressed. Have you laughing? Who you would think 1,400 was monthly reparations, child, then had less money on the next return. Okay. Boy, people thought there you go, Katina. They thought they was winning. Y'all, I want a stimulus check. Yeah, you go ahead. The next, I don't want it. I don't want no damn stimulus check. I have saved all my tax refunds plus both my stimmies for a new apartment, but my car got oh damn, and I used my savings for a down. But see, you were able to do that. You were able to do that. Some people, hell, they got a stimulus check and still got evicted. Y'all, let me tell you what came out of man. Man, say Biden didn't do anything. Biden stopped y'all from getting evicted when y'all wasn't paying y'all rent 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. He put a stop to that. No landlord could have filed evictions on you. Do y'all know how many landlords I had come to me that when that was lifted had to file because these people weren't even paying their evictions? I mean their rent. How do you think that you can live in a damn house for a year and not pay rent? Run me my coins. It's still a business. Okay? The CARES Act. When you didn't have your rent money or mortgage payment, you could apply because what did Biden do? Biden sent money to the states, and the states can issue that money to organizations such as out here in Dallas, we have Catholic Charities, you have the Salvation Army. People could actually apply and get their rent paid 2, 3 months to help them. Oh, but Biden didn't do anything. Businesses. You know what? For my school, I got a $20,000 check for my school that I was able to even hold GED classes and notary classes. Biden did that. So while everybody hollering, Biden didn't do anything for me, Biden saved your ass from not being put out on the street because landlords was ready to kick y'all the F out. But y'all don't want to clock that T. They could have took the clown out for him being a national security threat. Not all money is good money. Speak on it. Trump said he loves the uneducated people, and people still didn't understand. But slow, just slow. Yes, heavy. I agree. Then got mad when it was lifted. Okay. Oh, Biden did. You know what? That's what I'm gonna start doing. When people say that Biden didn't do anything for me, and I know for a fact your ass ain't paid not their rent, I'm gonna throw that in your face. Biden helped businesses. Biden helped renters. Biden helped people who had mortgages. So while you think a little 1,400 check did something, it did not. That CARES Act, colleges were even funded. This is what happens when you're not educated on the matter. That's crazy. Not you did the math, Grandma. 1,400 divided in 12 months, $116.60. What a joke. Because what? He is. Let me tell y'all something. I used to be a Donald Trump. I used to like Donald Trump only because he was a businessman. That was the only reason why and I don't want to say like is probably a good word to use. I tolerated Trump because he was a businessman. However, I do not think a businessman can run a country because it's a lot more than just dealing with finances or making deals. You're dealing with foreign policy. You're dealing with every aspect of America: education, jobs, food, energy. And you have to specialize. This man has had no type of education when it comes to these different areas. Most people who become presidents are either senators, they have been in this field for a very long time, lawyers, judges, senators, whatever the case may be, not a businessman off of the street. Well, could be a good of a businessman, exactly, because he has had a couple of bankruptcies. But hell, that's what they do. They file for bankruptcy, and next thing you know, they purchasing a $20 million home. I don't get it, but hey, it is what it is. But man, we've been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I have been ranting. But I had to get this off of my chest. I needed somebody who I can talk to. And I really, really thank you guys for stopping over. Let's see. What's up, Gigi? Hey Cassandra, hey chat. He love all the people who don't give two ucks, don't want to curse on your page. Oh no, you good. You are totally good. You are totally fine. I've been cussing because that's how I feel right now. Was so embarrassing. They already knew most of us would run straight to Walmart and buy TVs and run the Metro PCS for new phones. Baby, hey, don't forget Finish Line. They went to go get them some Jordans too. That's what it was. But they knew that. That's why they said, "Oh, we're gonna give out some more stimmies. We're gonna give out some more stimmies so people, because they're doing what we knew they was going to do." That's all it is. He listens to conspiracy theorists on social media. It's a dangerous game people are playing. Man, what? Let me tell you something. Um, I don't know. As I said it before, y'all, we're going to have to sit back and observe. The only thing that I can say now is, if you don't have a side hustle or additional income coming in, find it. Start a YouTube, do Uber, find an online job, do something to bring in another source of incomes, because it is about to be a shaky 4 years. And for this Tennessee governor to say that Trump should run for a third term, what? What? No. No, 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 no. No. This is his last term. We're not going to rewrite the Constitution. The thing with Trump, Trump thinks that he is the guy. He thinks that he is above everybody. He is a convicted felon. He was sentenced, but unfortunately, it was by a state court. Trump is in a federal position. The state court judge, his hands is tied. So unfortunately, it ain't like he can go to jail. He's president elect. But it still stands. If we pull your background, you are a convicted felon. So are we going to take off that question on the applications? Should all felons get an opportunity to, you know, complete their dreams? I'm just asking for a friend. I don't have, thank God, my mother was strict. I've been to jail one time for 9 hours for something my baby daddy got me into. I falsely ID'd because I was so scared. Gave him the wrong damn name. Why I do that? But never again. But for those out there who has a background, I would be beating down the White House walls. Well, I have a felon. I see that you are the president of the United States. I want that good job. Can I get a good job? Hmm. But now we don't have no diversity in companies, so good luck with that. Good luck with that. Lord Jesus, he's a racist. I never liked him. And a great man. What? That's girl. So not only is this man a convicted felon, he is an essayer. He is a rapist. I need to make a playlist so I can drop that Epstein video in there so y'all can see. Yeah, Trump was hanging with Diddy and Epstein. And I would say normally that, you can't say that a person is this because they hang with that. But baby, there are actual petitions out there against Trump for that. I have read the Epstein documents, personal calls to Trump for parties. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. He done groped women. He got sued. Look at the what is that? Carolyn Jean, is that her name? Who recently won the that case. Stormy Daniels, that hush money case. That's what they confide. What? 34 counts. There's a reason why majority of our presidents have been lawyers. Obama, Biden, Clintons, and John Adams. Okay, he don't get it. Bookie Butt don't get it. Bookie Butt don't get it. You won't catch me at Walmart ever. I'm running to Target. Baby, I said I'm bougie now. I'm going to Target. F Walmart. I watched them buy TVs because I was working at Walmart during the panic. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. You better get what 100. Thank you for sharing. Y'all are welcome. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. I needed a good vent too, y'all. Because I was gonna do the John Doe and Jay Z, but I was like, nah, let me get this off my chest because if I did one more day, I think I would have exploded. I be talking to my kids, and I know my kids don't want to hear nothing about the damn thing, but I'm glad they be listening. But they ain't gonna tell me they don't want to hear it. I guess the government free phones is over with with the computer, and that's sad. Oh yeah, even during that time, I enrolled. So from my adult education center, I was able to give like free computers to adult learners that were doing GED. There was a lot of great things that happened during Biden's administration. I'm just gonna say that a felon shouldn't be able to run. Period. Okay. I was actually scared he was going to loophole his way into a third term. I think he might. I think he might. Sir, you are not. Oh my gosh. His supporters don't give a damn. That's the sad part. They don't. They really don't. They really don't. We all make unfavorable choices and decisions. The point is to learn from it, do better as we come to know better. That is true. The only persecute black people. I feel that is and I must say I'm on the fence with that. I do agree with that comment. However, it does not take away or negate the fact that heinous acts were committed. So I don't want to say, oh, because this person got off, y'all need to know. Everybody needs to be, held. Now, with Epstein, I'm really pissed because of some of those damn documents. This man should have, there's no way he should have gotten the sentence that he did. For somebody who could get work release, like who does that? Like you go work and then you could come back and we lock you. What? That's crazy. And then look at Mike Jeffries. I did a update on him. A lot of people don't realize, but Mike Jeffries, he's so old. He never had a criminal record. Da 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 da. But now he has dementia and some other stuff. So therefore, they don't even know if he will be able to stand trial. They gotta have a meeting on that. So it's like they getting away with it, and it does suck. But if you have committed a heinous crime, I don't care what color you is, you need to be up under the jail. Too much on Sam Walton's business. Man, I'm about to go to Costco because I'm disappointed on Sam. I've been stopped going to Walmart and about to. Oh yeah, yeah. It's so refreshing to hear it. Cause you're welcome. But they're learning too. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I have to have a Obama phone in high school. They still did wrong and deserve consequences. I'm just saying. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, but hey, y'all, it's nice. I done talked y'all ear off. Oh my gosh, but I do feel a little bit better. At least y'all understand where I'm coming from. And but yeah, I think through this administration, I think I will probably start doing live so that way we can all just come here and vent once a week about what's going on in the world and seeing how we can move forward or make this a little bit better during the next 4 years, y'all, because baby, it's about to be a bumpy ride. What about Hugh Hefner and the Gazillion? Oh my gosh, it man say when I tell y'all, it's about who you know, how you know, what you know, and how much money you got. How much money you got. Yep, look at Jeffries. His ass was like Diddy, and now he said, "That's what I'm saying." That is exactly what I'm saying. But hey, like I said, the American dream. This is this is the America that we live in. This is the America. So if you're a minority or you down here with the minorities, they're gonna look at us a certain way. But yeah, good night, good night, good night. Yes. Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for chopping it up. I love talking to y'all. It was a great show. Like I said, I probably will do this on what's the day, Thursday, so that way I can give everybody their Fridays. But I do want to have a platform where we can all come and vent and talk about get the shit off our chest, right? But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely support. You can send super thankses afterwards. I do have merch available if y'all want to go. It's not something that I say, oh, you got to buy my merch. No, it's just there if you want to support in another way, right? But thank y'all. Thank you, Queen Grandma. Yes, Katina. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody in the chat. They can't get away from God. Amen. Hey, y'all definitely stay prayed up. The only thing we can do is pray for our nation, pray for those in office, and just pray for our household and that we will, stay shielded, stay grounded, and that's pretty much it. So until next time, you all be blessed, and I am out. Thank you, Erica. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.